If you notice that your hair is thinning out a lot and you're experiencing so much hair loss and breakage, I documented my whole journey on how I was able to get my hair to where it's at and having a healthier hair. I would be lying if I said I didn't notice my hair was thinning out a lot, and I experienced so much tangles when I did my twist. So this was the main reason why I decided to just cut it off. So if you want to get the best result or start your journey on getting a healthier hair, I would definitely recommend you just cutting it off. You're holding on to dead ends, you're holding on to ends that are causing more damage, because if you're holding on to dead ends, split ends, you're literally making your hair break. The reason why you're experiencing so much hair loss and your hair is breaking a lot is because of your dead ends. So if you want to get a healthier hair and kickstart your journey, I'll just say cut it off. Hair is going to grow back. It was really hard for me to cut this off, and just realizing that I really need to cut it off was something I had to build up to. But trust me when I say that your hair will look so much better, your hair will thank you, and you can actually start your journey. If you don't know how to do this, I'll recommend you going to a hairstylist to help you out. But I created this whole routine where I put my hair in twist, and it's easier for me to see where my hair is thinning out and literally just cutting it off. So you can see how my hair is looking. I can literally run my hands through my hair. Before, I couldn't do it because there's so much tangled single strand knots, and I lost a good amount of hair. But you can see the before and after. It was really worth it, and I'm so happy about it. This was my first wash day after cutting my hair, and when I say my routine was so much easier, I didn't experience any single strand knots or tangles or anything like that like I was experiencing previously. And I was so happy that I cut my hair because my routine was so easy. So the next thing I'll say that really helped in my journey is being consistent with my routine. This routine I'm showing you is the routine I do once every 2 weeks. Aside the protein treatment, I did a protein treatment because I have not done a protein treatment in a while, and it really helps in strengthening my hair and also building my hair elasticity, especially if my hair is looking dull or feeling dull. It's just a treatment that I do, so that's not something you should do all the time. If not, you're going to cause so much damage to your hair. But you can see my curls look so much better. I'm really happy I got that haircut because it really helped in my journey and getting a healthier hair, because we're all about health over length. If you have long hair that is breaking a lot, it's really not worth it. You're just going to experience so much thinning and it doesn't look cute at all. So I always recommend you just cutting it off and be consistent with your routine. That's one thing I started being intentional about. I was consistent with doing my routine. Every 2 weeks I go in with my routine. This is something I need to make sure you're all about it. You need to be all about it. If you want to get a healthier hair, if you want to see your hair looking nice, you have to be intentional about it. You need to take care of it, be consistent with your routine. I'm always emphasizing on being consistent because natural hair loves consistency, and you need to find a way to create a hair care routine around your lifestyle. That's something else I'll say. Create a hair care routine around your lifestyle, and to be so much easier. I know it might be really confusing on how to create your routine, how to be consistent, but I have so many videos on my channel talking about routine, how to stay on top of it, how to be consistent when your hair needs it, hair porosity. All of that is in like different videos. I'll link that for you to check out. But one thing I would say is wash your hair once every 2 weeks, and that means you're washing your hair twice in a month to make sure that your hair is always moisturized or your hair isn't dry and it's always clean, because scalp health is important. And also make sure that you're using products that work well for your hair. That means knowing your hair porosity, and also when you're doing your routine, make sure that you're actually locking in moisture into your hair. I'll talk more in detail in the next slide. That's all about it, but just make sure that you are consistent doing this routine at least once every 2 weeks is very, very important. The next thing is master your moisture and how to retain that moisture. This is very important. I spoke previously about hair porosity. You need to know whether you have a low porosity hair or a high porosity hair. This really helps you to pick products that will help you to retain moisture and how to moisturize your hair. It also helps you to pick out products that work well for your hair. That's what mastering your moisture is about. You need to find products that work well for your hair, because you can't be leaving your hair dry. That's one important thing about moisture and your ends. The reason why your ends are thinning out or you're experiencing so much breakage and hair loss is because your ends are dry. You need to make sure your ends are never dry. That's one important step in creating a healthier hair routine and also seeing results. Make sure that your ends are never dry. Like I spoke on before about consistency, this works hand in hand. Being consistent with your routine and being consistent with your moisture routine. Your ends are literally the most important part of your hair, if you didn't know that, because if you want to retain length, you need to make sure your ends are moisturized and they are not breaking off. And also, if you want to see a healthier hair, you need to make sure your ends are never dry, they are moisturized, they are kept tucked in, they are not tangled, you don't have tangles. That's how you can create a healthier hair and you can see results. One thing about natural hair, it's not complicated. All it needs is being consistent, having a good moisture routine, and taking care of your hair. That's your technique in how you take care of your hair. That's literally all. And when I mastered this, I saw results. Another thing that really helped me is my protective hairstyle. This might be so random, but trust me, it plays a major role in your hair having a healthier hair and your hair journey in general. So with protective hairstyles, you need to find good protective hairstyles, and also note that not all protective hairstyles are really good for your hair. That's why it's good to know what type of hair you have, whether you have fine hair or you have thick hair. So I didn't know I had fine hair, so I was doing protective hairstyles that were not good for my hair. I was using extensions that weighed down on my hair. They literally broke my hair, and I didn't know that was the reason why my hair was thinning out or experiencing so much breakage and hair loss was because of the protective hairstyles I was doing. So now the protective hairstyles I do are mainly with just my hair. I do not add extensions. I do not do protective hairstyles that will weigh down on my hair strands and break them off. So that's why protective hairstyles are very important. And also this will lead me to the next point, which is your takedown process. Your takedown process is as important as your protective hairstyle, because if you're not careful with your takedown, you're literally going to break your hair. And also for detangling, I always recommend you using your fingers, because all these combs and brushes really cause so much tension to your hair and can break your hair. So that's why I recommend you doing finger detangling. It's very easy. You can feel where the knots are in your hair. You can easily take them down. That's why I said technique is also very important when it comes to having a healthier hair and also retaining length if that's what you want. So just make sure that you are consistent with your routine and you're choosing good protective hairstyles, because that is another major thing, because you can be consistent doing your routine, your moisture routine, and you do a protective hairstyle that is literally going to break off your hair and leave your hair damaged. So that's why protective hairstyles are as important as the other things. Everything is very, very important. That's something you should know. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is treatments. Treatments are very important, and people really underestimate the power of doing treatments to your hair. They really, really help your hair. I experienced so much hair growth, and strengthening my hair and thickening my hair is because I do treatments. I do a couple of treatments, but the ones I'm going to highlight in this video is cloves and rosemary. This really helped in strengthening my hair and also retaining length. So if your hair is breaking a lot, your hair is feeling dull, or you're experiencing dandruff, like to just improve the overall health of your hair, try rosemary and cloves. The next thing is aloe vera. This is very, very good for moisture. This is the best natural hair moisturizer I can recommend for anyone. It really helps in soothing your scalp. It helps to keep your hair moisturized because of the gel, and it's just good. That's why most products that you buy contain aloe vera. So I would recommend people getting the natural products, because most times these hair care brands be adding chemicals that are not good for our hair. So if you can make your own aloe vera or extract your own aloe vera, I would recommend that. My overall hair journey and getting to this point has been so amazing. I'm really happy that I can document this, because you won't really notice the difference in your hair until you actually look back at old videos or old pictures. And I'm so happy that I can do this on YouTube. I can share my experience to help others, because when I was cutting my hair, I was like, oh my god, my hair is short now. But I'm now enjoying my hair just a year later. It's not even up to a year. This is under a year. I think this is like 9 months because I cut it last year. So I cut it December last year. But yeah, this has been amazing. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and also, yeah, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.